They said Kaduna's annual IGR before El Rufai was 13 billion. And El Rufai borrowed money to build some buildings and roads and all of that. And he has improved the IGR of Kaduna State to annually 63 billion naira. Okay. 63 billion naira IGR. Well, that's not bad, but that's very bad. If you actually have sense, I tell you. Kaduna State relies on federal allocation. And in a year, Kaduna makes, at least averagely, Kaduna makes around 100, between 100 and 150 billion naira a year from the federal allocation, including local government money. And El Rufai that borrowed money to bring Card First, Kaduna investment. They were doing a drama then. Where people were making bags, people making shoes. They will bring them and display them in a Kaduna fair under El Rufai so that they can cook the figure, they can cook the book and tell you investors are just flocking to Kaduna, a terrorist state under a terror sympathizer, El Rufai. There was no investor coming to any goddamn Kaduna. If they probably had a chance of going to Kaduna, it will be the southern Kaduna terrorized by El Rufai. I am not making this up. It was a dry run, but they were cooking the book until this guy came in and he said, El Rufai lied to all of them. In fact, Kaduna is in debt. So they wanted to shut him up, like, shut up your mouth. What about he left you liability? What about assets? What about assets? What about the IGR? They live for Kaduna. They see where the governor of Kaduna talk say, want it a future I want. They don't sell their future. You wait there, Ogbomosho. Abiolori Bruku etowani kilotin pe yano paja. You are saying, what about assets? Assets asset that Kaduna is going to be using over 75% of their own monthly allocation from Abuja to pay debts. The future president of Nigeria, the jihadist El Rufai, ran his state ground. And for those ones, like the contract he awarded, if you do want about 2-3 kilometers of road, they will take the picture, they will gloss it, edit it to look so great, and tell you that was what he did in Abuja. Oh, he changed the face of Abuja. Well, he didn't forget that his family, including 6-month-old boy, was going to be allocated piece of land in Abuja, courtesy. His papa happened to be the Federal Capital Territory Minister. You think we don't forget? Same thing played out in Abuja, Kaduna. It was so bad that they now realize that some of the properties of the Kaduna state government have been naturally sold as scraps by El Rufai. But they would have covered all of that up. You wouldn't have heard anything if El Rufai did not start the move where his own supposed loyalists in Kaduna are telling Sonny, the governor, that he will only do one term. He's not showing enough respect to the Malam. He will only do one term. He will never do second term. They know what they did though, to make him governor. He did not win, no. But anyway, he's now not loyal. So they always accuse him of not being loyal. So the guy just broke the whole box or the bottle and told the whole world that, let me tell you this, $583 million loan. That nobody knows what El Rufai used the $583 million for. Yes, Kaduna took the money. Okay? In fact, part of the money was where the this one will be Joko. $583 million loan taken by Kaduna. $350 million of that money was actually loan given to consultants. They gave $50 million loan to Kaduna so that Kaduna could pay consultants that would help and advise the Kaduna state government on how to invite and attract investors. $50 million. They paid $50 million loan. Kaduna borrowed $50 million loan. And that money was paid to a consultant. And that consultant was to put together an idea of how to generate drinking water for the people of Kaduna. So the consultant that will draw the map collected 50 million, borrowed money, $50 million. All of this were released and they were like, so where is the money they borrowed? The money was paid to people as consultant fee. Then Kaduna now owes over 80, how much? 88 billion naira. Anyway, the Shah said, Kaduna no they generate any 63 or 65 billion naira every year. The total revenue Kaduna is generating every month was put at this sunny guy who said Kaduna is only generating between 1 billion and 1.5 billion naira. There's nothing like Kaduna they generate. How much did they say they were generating again? I think they said Kaduna was generating 5 billion. That was what they said. But that's not true. It's a lie. Kaduna is broke, almost bankrupt. Then the guy can't go Borono, go tell people of Borono that Tinubu is paying subsidy secretly. And that is why the economy is in problem. Tinubu is using money from the foreign reserve to defend the naira. They have withdrawn over $2 billion in the last 29 days alone to defend the naira. And that is why it is not reflecting. Naira is going down. Inflation is going up. Food prices are going up. So what is missing? Because it is voodoo economy. El Rufai said that in he said that in Borono, in Maiduguri, just 2 days ago. And boom, the Kaduna State government, the Kaduna State House of Assembly, they have now decided to probe El Rufai's government and time, Jari, because even the ongoing project in the state that El Rufai said Sunny should complete. Apart from the fact that El Rufai have taken pictures on the partly completed, some of the partly completed projects, but they are not completed. They said that alone is 115 projects that El Rufai is owing. And when you put all of the money together, it is over 400 billion naira. These are people that El Rufai signed and awarded contract of this, contract of that, but didn't pay them. He expected his successor to pay them, even when the debt of the state is already taking 75% of their allocation. So all of this they would have kept behind. Here you get, if this El Rufai has not started mingling with who they believe are opposition and is up to something. So the State House of Assembly now want to probe them. I know. That's what you see here. That's my brother. Is Lloyd. So Lloyd be like, I make the El Rufai's name sound like his name. I mean, what would you call him? Little Finger or what is his real name again, Seth? You are right, too. I only know that El Rufai is El Rufai. What is his Nasiru? Nasiru. Anyway, it doesn't really matter anyway. Now, all of them know say, if they grab me, it is going to be a long time away. So that is why I can use my freedom now to speak the way I want. You should do the same. Okay? Don't live in that mental, sort of a mental bondage where you feel like, because people used to say that to me, like, if they arrest you now, you are calling him Tifnumbu. You see, all of you, all this freedom of speech that you have, you are calling him Tifnumbu, you are calling him Bokwari, you are calling him Umar. That's why I told people who are like coming to me like, if they arrest you now, they will say it's a fundamental human right. It's my right. Shut up. This is my right to do what I'm doing. Okay. Why are you calling him Sanwo-Iku? You are calling him Bewiri Daniel. I've got so many names. So Ibikunle Ọmọ Amushi or Irokunle Ọmọ Amushi, Aregbemubu Baba Kabiru. Like all of that. So some people were like, can't you just call their normal name? Because if they now arrest you now, people will be saying this or that. You are spoiling their name. Say, clearly to Feni, clearly to Nikatan to like, do you really love me that much? Because I know you don't love me. There is no Agbadorian that will genuinely love me. Let's be honest. Sure you get. Like if you see any Buhari idiot, a side barbarian, or a bat idiot, or a bastard that says, oh, my ego, I love you. I say, come on, shut up. They don't like me, I don't like them. And we know they lie to ourselves. But once in a while, they come here to come and try and use emotion. Like say they care for me. You don't care for me. A lot of you actually wanted me gone. So I then told myself that before I am gone, I use my freedom properly. Speak my mind now. You know, they say, speak now or remain silent forever. Say, I will speak now. There is a freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. I say, but do you know that your freedom after speech is not guaranteed? I said, we'll discuss that one when we get to that stage. But I use the freedom of speech first. At least let me use it first. So I've got a lot of names for them. And that's why I said if they finally have their way, like they do have their way with a lot of Nigerians who can't help themselves. Some of you didn't even say anything. You are a victim. Or you don't know that this economic hardship is a man-made hardship. It is not God. It is not because you are a sinner. It is not because you are not hardworking, even though we can't know because there's no work. A person will get work that they find out if he's hardworking or it's not hardworking. And that's why I don't like that label, lazy. Oh, my ego, Nigerians are lazy, Jare. They don't want to do anything. I don't really like that label per se, because some of you will not even do what you want them to do. I know you're like helping them. I'm trying to help them. I'm only trying to help. Some of you won't do what you ask them to do. And if they actually have the same opportunity like you, do you know they won't do that job? Because now they take ideas, say, so I don't like that label. Okay? Say, you're not hardworking. Where is the work? So now rate if I'm hardworking or soft working, whether I am hardworking or lazy. I'm just saying. You need to know that the economic hardship that you are facing in Nigeria or a threat of it is not because you are a sinner. It's not because you are not prayerful enough. It's not because you are not closer to God enough. They are man-made. And they are called economic war in some better climate. Economic war, if an household can no longer take care of their own bills, that is economic war. And the people who wage economic war are two. Either the incompetence and corruption of those in government or some cartel taking advantage of that corruption. And then the result is going to be like there's no amount of prayers or prayer points or whatever you are putting for. There's no amount of work. You see what they say? They say women always pray for hardworking. Oh, Heavenly Father, I pray to you. I am looking for a very, very handsome, tall, dark, hard-working man, very hard-working man to come and take care of me. But when they see people where they dig conga, I say, Eunice, I don't find husband for you. Now conga the guy they drill. They will say, I reject it in Jesus' name. God punish you. Now you go marry person where they dig conga. I thought you wanted an hard-working man. Man, how do you actually make this work then? You get what I mean? It is not because you are not smart enough. The economy is rigged against you. And it is man-made. So if you do have anyone you want to go after, you will go after those who make that happen, or those who allow that to happen. Because you see, I call it economic jihad because anything that is against the safety, the comfort of my family, myself and my family, a threat to their living standard, is a threat to my life. Is it anything that is a threat to the lives of my family that way is war. Whoever is behind that, whoever are those who are behind it, right? I will see them as my automatic enemies. I don't need anyone to explain that to me. So I can see where my problem is. And I can go after them. So the future is sold by the criminals who are, they told themselves that they have the war chest for years to come. Any election, even their own children can never suffer. And they guaranteed all of this by stealing the future of those who will be unfortunate not to come from their family. Abi? It's going to be like, you're unfortunate not to come from the Rufai's family. So use your freedom rightly. When you have the chance of living, you see, all of us are going to die. Now, I think a lot of people are beginning to say, oh my God, I'm having a panic attack. Why? Why are you having a panic attack? Oh, you said we are all going to die. Of course we're going to die. I just don't know when. Why are you having a panic attack because you hear that all of us are going to die? You at least try and live first. Live first. Be alive. Do not let your fear of what is going to happen to you, if you decide to be a free-minded person, somebody who speaks his mind and believes everything he sees right. So I encourage people to live first. And I remember when the member of this platform came and he said, Mayegun, you said something the other day and you kept repeating that again and again, and it is for us to be much aware of our environment. You need to be, being smart has to do with understanding or learning how to read the room. You learn when to talk, you learn when to keep quiet, you learn when to just observe, or you learn when to pretend to be absent-minded, kind of. The ability to read the room, observe your environment, read very well your actions. Do not regret your actions or find out about what you are about to do only when you have done them. They are so helpful when it is time for you to judge characters who are part of the weapons fashioned against you. Anyone that is anywhere contributing to the hardship that a lot of you and your families have been subjected to, whether you are supporting them or you are not supporting them, it doesn't really matter. You will be a victim of an established system, which is more like a weapon fashioned against you. So what do you do when you go to your deliverance service and they tell you to read Psalm, I don't know, but it has something to do like, no weapon fashioned against me shall prosper, this and that star, right? And then you follow that up with some other kind of, sayings that gives you reassurance that indeed, even if they fashioned any weapon against you, they will never succeed because you are fortified and you've got Jesus, right? These are those fashioned against you. And in parts, from Kaduna to Owerri, from Abakaliki to Makurdi, from Maiduguri to Agodi in Ibadan, or Alagbaka in Akure to what do you call that your place in Oshogbo again? The characters that are contributing their own big, small quota into deepening us inside this perpetual poverty, they are those who you should pay attention to. Why? Once their own internal strides or internal rancor, self-destruct button are pressed, you should never, for the life of you, give them back life by being the typical Nigerians. Who are the typical Nigerians? Typical Nigerians are those who will tell you they know all the problems of Nigeria. We all know all the problems. What's the solution? These are hypocrites, sort of deceivers who lives in denial. They will quickly ask you, we know all of these things. What is the solution? On the one hand, then when you turn around and you say this, and that, like they should be in jail, facing crime against humanity, crime against their country, treason against their supposed country. They should be fired or jailed. And that's when you begin to see those asking you for solution. What is the solution? They say, no. That's not a solution. That's not a solution. Seyi Makinde is still better. It's a preferred thief. Is doing fine. My own thief is still better than these people thief. So if we want to kill all of the thieves in Nigeria, I think I prefer we keep my own thieves. Because my own thieves are God-fearing. My own thieves, they are allergies. My own thieves are deacons. Oh, my own thieves are Yorubas. So let us kill other thieves and leave Yorubas. My thieves are better than your thief. Is the reason why you do not try to tell solution to a typical Nigerian. He is a liar. Just like the existence of that Nigeria too. A pure fabrication of lie that lasted too longer than they all planned. Nigeria. What is the solution? It's not because they are interested, though. They are not interested in any solution. Because if the solution says, deal with the criminals who have brought this upon us and free ourselves from the shackles of this mental slavery. No, don't do it that way. No, that's not the solution, Mayegu. Okay, what's the solution? I don't know. I just thought that's not the best solution, okay? Because listen, let us be honest, then grammar will start. Why that is not possible. Kill all those criminals. Take their, kill their political careers to the point that they do not have that kind of power over you anymore. Kill them. Take everything they've taken from you. I think that is debatable. Because I know that, typical Nigerian, they do not want that solution. Because they are waiting for their turn. Turn by turn, Nigeria Limited. When is it going to be your turn? Okay, maybe after my turn, we can talk about how to cleanse Nigeria. Oh no, maybe after the turn of my son hasn't been part of it. Maybe after my son, then you can talk about cleaning it. The greed and selfishness of individuals. That is why they told you, your criminal leaders, they are the true reflection of majority of you inside that contraption. And that's why they always have people to defend them. Imagine a victim of a misgoverned country telling you that you do not know what you are talking about. And you look there like, really? Are you sure? Because you are not talking about the criminals that he is associated with. They are his mentor. El Rufai, Sonwo-Iku, Amoshi, Bewiri Danieli, even Muhammadu Bokwari, Isa pandemic, Malamu ni, who else is there? Aregbemubo and Co ni. Let me tell you something. These guys, including Tifnumbu, the Jaga Wiri, the jaga bandit, the jaga addict, aṣíwájú àwọn olè, aṣíwájú àwọn àgbẹ̀, right? Is a role model to many wannabe callers. There are many wannabe callers. So what solution are you bringing to them that they should jail their mentors? No, they won't do that. That's far-fetched. So Nigerians love their oppressors differently. But for the good of all, it is always very ideal to continue to put this before all of us, okay? So that we can all know, say we know what we do. Nobody can claim ignorance. Oh, and I didn't know. Oh, I wish I knew, Sha. Shut up your mouth, you knew. You always knew. It's because your preference for your own typical Nigerian in you allow you to lie. Lie. Oh yeah, lie to me. That you did not know.